Hello.
All right, mate.
Not too bad, thank you very much. And hey, dear listener, if there is anybody out there listening to this, hello.
Is anyone there?
So, apologise just for this quick intro. We've got another part of the family recording their little movie.
I feel like every time we do an intro, there's some sort of apology that's needed.
There is. We should stop apologising to our fans.
We're sorry for apologising.
We are sorry for apologising. It's a very British thing.
Yeah.
Apologising for apologising.
I'm sorry.
Let's talk about this episode.
Yeah. What happens? What goes on?
You know what? Actually, before we talk about this episode, I just want to talk about the C word.
Which is?
We do mention the C word a couple of times in this episode.
See, I'm now worrying on what has been said now, because remember in this episode I got a little bit silly towards the end.
Did get a little bit silly, but it was the silly season, so the C word...
Oh, I know what you mean now.
It's Christmas. I'm sorry I've said it. I'm sorry I've said it already.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I've done it again.
We're just really sorry.
Really, you know what? Stop listening now. Actually, I think this is probably one of our best episodes. It is very funny.
I think it was
really
the one,
good fun recording.
Yeah, I think from what I can remember, this was the one that was most fun to record.
Yeah, definitely. We try vintage cider.
Yeah.
And they're mainstream vintage ciders, these ones. They're really good.
Yes, I do remember. I can't remember if I really liked this one or the one that was in the episode after.
Well, you'll have to re-listen.
Yeah.
As with everyone else, a little bit of suspense there. This is vintage cider, so obviously keep listening. You'll see what happens. The funny bits towards the end. I hope you think it's funny anyway.
Otherwise, that'd be really, really embarrassing.
Really embarrassing, actually.
This is
You're
really
laughing all the way through until you get to the end, and it's just like...
Well, that's just not very fun, is it?
Absolutely. What I do need people to do is obviously subscribe. That'd be brilliant. Leave us any feedback.
Yeah, let us know, because we want to improve.
Absolutely. If anyone wants to send us some cider, then please do.
Do it, because we're fed up of paying.
Absolutely. You can... I'll put the email address on there. If I remember rightly, it's Aaron and Jeff at hotmail.com.
Something like that. I'm not too clued up on the email
I'll put it in the description. Whoever you use, it'll be there.
Yeah.
Anyway, enjoy this episode.
Yeah.
This is vintage cider.
Yeah.
So it does get a bit blue. We do mention the C word.
Yeah, we're sorry again.
We're really sorry. So we're here again.
We're here again.
We are, and we've got a theme.
Yes.
As per normal.
The theme is vintage cider.
Vintage ciders. So
I am excited.
yeah, me too actually, because one of my favourites is here. And go on then, tell them what we got.
So, first of all, we've got Thatcher's Vintage 2019 Somerset Cider.
Yum yum.
We've got Henry Weston Vintage Cloudy Medium Dry.
Yep, love that.
And we have also got Sainsbury's Taste the Difference English Vintage Cider.
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah, I've never tried any of these.
That's okay.
So
We've actually had some good ones from supermarkets.
We have.
So, but let's not judge it. Which one do you want to start with? Do you want to go supermarket, or do you want to go one of the others?
I think we should start with the Thatcher's one.
Cool. Okay.
That's the one that I'm most anticipated to try.
Very fizzy.
It is very fizzy. It's one of the fizziest we've had.
It is really fizzy. It's so very lively.
Yeah.
Nice colour.
Lovely colour. Sort of a golden colour.
Definitely golden.
It's a beautiful colour.
Don't smell it. Doesn't smell particularly nice, but then no cider does really.
I'm struggling to think of a cider we've had that smelled amazing. The only one that springs to mind was...
That's really nice.
Was the Scully's.
Yes.
Granny Smith apple. That smelled really nice.
You know what? This is really good.
Yeah.
Really easy to drink. No horrible aftertaste. It's really fruity.
Yeah. Although there's something before. It tastes... I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it, but... It's got a little taste before the apples kick in. So
it's... now the vintage stuff obviously is left longer in the cask than normal. This is a year old. It's also aged in oak barrels. So that might be the taste that you're picking up. It's definitely fruity. I think it's quite sweet, although it does describe it as...
It is quite dry.
A medium dry. It's too easy to drink. Dangerous stuff. Now, Thatcher's obviously been doing this a long time. I will say this definitely tastes like Thatcher's. It's not as... It's not as... I don't want to say bad. It's not as...
not as hearty as something that's a bit more close to home or a bit less...
Well, the Thatcher's Gold is a good generic. I think we've mentioned this before.
You like it. I'm not a massive
It's
fan.
All right.
It's your entry-level cider.
It is. It's a Budweiser of ciders. You can be pretty much guaranteed, again, I've said this before, you can go from here down in Devon to... I don't know, the middle of Scotland, and if it's Thatcher's, then it's probably going to taste exactly the same. Exactly the same as Budweiser.
That's what they're going for, though. I think that's the target audience.
Yeah.
Someone that just wants a cider. They don't want anything too fancy.
Yeah.
But I feel like with this, they're also targeting those sort of people that want a bit more than just the cider. They want it to be a bit older.
It's it's something with a little bit of a little bit different. I don't think this tastes that different. It's nice. It's easy to drink. But it's not different, and I don't know whether they've just, whether it is just a label thing, that they're trying to say that it's aged in oak aged vintage cider. Obviously, it's last year's apples. So I'd be a bit worried if it was this year's anyway.
Yeah.
Especially as it is 2020 and everything that's gone wrong so far this year.
Yeah.
But I think
mutated virus in this year's apple. So
I'd like it.
I like it, but I don't love it.
No.
I think it's just... There's nothing really special. It's not doing enough for me.
It's not. Well, I know one of the other ciders that we've got with us today, I don't think you're going to get along with that well. It's one of my favourites, but it's got quite a unique taste.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste. Like
it definitely is an acquired taste.
I feel like I said this before, it's like olives. I feel like as I get older, it will grow on me. The more that I have it, it will grow on me. I've got to train myself up to drink it, like with lagers, who when you're younger you don't really like it that much, but as you get older you'll begin to like it.
Well, this is nice because it's this is a definitely an easy to drink. I think this was a little bit more. I think this was about £2.20. Again, the going on about the label, I think you might be paying just that little bit more because it says it's aged.
Yeah. Can you really taste the difference that much though?
You can definitely taste the difference in this and their other ciders, but whether it's a vintage, it's only a year old.
I mean, if that's vintage, then that's not doing much for...
I've got older T-shirts, put it that way.
Exactly. But it's not terrible. I don't not like it, but I don't...
Well, I don't think there's nothing not to like about it. I think it's really easy to drink.
It's pretty standard.
It's not offensive.
It's pretty calm. It's pretty down to earth sort of packaging. It's pretty calm.
Again, Thatcher's know what they're doing. They've been doing it a long, long time.
Yeah. What I'd say is, in my opinion, it's better than Gold, not as good as Haze. I like
Haze.
Haze.
Haze for me is too sweet. This, I think, would definitely be a step up from both of them. But again, I like Thatcher's Dry, although you can't normally get it.
Yeah.
Normally Gold that you get everywhere. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. Well, mine's gone, so I think we should...
Yeah, mine's only gone as well. I just don't think it's anything special. It doesn't do enough for me. In terms of, doesn't give me that little dopamine hit. It just sort of, it's there.
Yeah, it's nice.
But it's not bad. I'm not slating it. It just doesn't do much for me.
No. Okay, well, I think we should try the next one. So, well, that I think was our shortest
Ever
review. Yeah. So we got two left.
Yeah.
So which one do you want to go for? Now you've pulled one out in front of.
Yes.
That sounded really wrong. You pulled a bottle out, and you really are. Your hand with the bottle opener is furiously tapping away like a drum. I think you're really eager to get into this. Yeah. Now I don't think you're going to like this one, but
I don't think I'm going to like it either.
But you seem excited.
I'm excited to not like it. I'm just excited to try it and see how I feel towards it.
So which one is this?
This is Henry Weston's Vintage and Cloudy Medium Dry Cider.
It is.
I'm going to start by pouring you a glass.
Well, this is the strongest
yes.
out of all of them. So this is it 8.4?
It is 8.2.
8.2.
Very close.
Which is strong for cider. I think cider naturally comes out about 7% and a bit.
Yeah.
This is strong.
I've poured myself a significant.
Not much fizz.
Yeah.
Mine's got no fizz on it really. I probably wouldn't smell it. It's quite a strong smelling cider.
It doesn't smell amazing.
It doesn't smell amazing, but then I don't think good ciders do. Now, the last one that we had running was 2019. This is also 2019.
Yeah.
Now,
is that vintage?
Well, it's definitely not this year's, so cheers.
Cheers.
And this is how professional we're getting.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. I've actually swilled the glasses out.
Yes.
So
some shenanigans we had on another episode where we felt like one of the drinks was overpowering another one.
Absolutely. So well done, chef. It's a good
move.
It's a good move, that one there, because we've got no contaminant in the glass.
No.
Apart from
we're tasting
Council Pop.
Yes.
Well, I like this one. I've liked this.
You've had this before.
Yeah, I buy this regular. Now this one came from the garage down the road.
Yep. Classy.
We have motor cars in Devon.
Yes.
And they need refuelling.
Apparently so.
I don't
know what an electric car is yet, though.
A what?
Exactly. It's new technology to us.
But our garage sells this, and this is good value.
Cool. Sorry, so it could have been sold out of a garage.
So, now this was £8. Okay, and that's for a pack of 6.
I thought you meant that.
No, that's for a pack of 6. So it's not bad actually. No. That makes this the cheapest here.
Yes.
But because it's bought in bulk.
Because it was bought in bulk. Yeah.
Now this has definitely got quite a complex taste. So you get the apples.
Yeah.
Definitely get apples.
It's definitely dry.
It's definitely dry, which is nice. It's not too overpowering. And you know what? I don't know why they sell it in a pack of 6 because
no one's going to drink that much.
Not at this percentage.
No. Do you know that's how much I'm progressing as a cider drinker. I can tell whether it's dry or not. So maybe a few weeks ago I wouldn't have had a clue.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd be like, it's liquid. How's it going to be dry? But
yeah, this is nice. This is. Now, normally when get this, it's normally bought from a fridge, unfortunately. Yeah. But the nice thing about buying it from the garage, they just keep it out on the floor.
Yeah. That's how it should be, though.
Which means it's warmer and it allows the flavours to move around a little bit more.
We sound like such sniders. I was saying it must be room temperature.
No, it's however you like it. But for me, room temperature, like chocolate, room temperature. You don't want cold chocolate.
Ooh,
you don't want cold cider.
You've just started a war there.
Oh well, it's. We'll get the Cornish writing in a minute and saying about what side the cream needs to be on your scone.
I mean, that's another argument for another day. I think you can't even get into that.
But again, I find this quite an easy cider to drink. It's
really?
Definitely a lot going on.
Yes. Definitely
a lot going on there.
You get a sort of pre-taste, then the main, and then you sort of get a little aftertaste.
There
like
is
a meal.
It is.
It's like a meal in a bottle.
It is. You can definitely you can tell is aged.
Yes, I can vouch for that.
It doesn't taste fresh. It tastes like it's been hanging around a while, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Not like festering in the corner.
Yeah. It's had its time to,
It's definitely matured. There's a lot of flavours going in there.
It's had its time to blossom into a lovely beverage.
It's great. That's the nice thing about this. It's just apples. Apples and a bit of water. And what else do you need?
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's nice enjoying the simple things in life.
You were saying before this you didn't think I'd like it, and I hate to prove you wrong, but
you like
I'm enjoying it.
It's good cider. It's why it's one of my go-to.
Yeah.
They really do it right. From Herefordshire.
Yeah. We've had a few from there before.
We have. We've had a few Westerns as well, and that I think we've had a really pale one, and that was quite nice. Yeah, that was quite nice. I don't think I enjoyed
that one.
No, this is definitely a fuller flavour.
Yes, this is definitely nicer than the one I last had.
Good, that's good. I say this is why this is one of my favourite ciders. I think it's they year in year out they seem to do it quite well. Again, really really fruity. Yeah. Not just of apples though. It's
despite it being really strong, I'm not shuddering as I drink it.
No, absolutely.
It goes down easy. It's nice. It's quite calming.
It is a good one. You can see why I buy this. Not a lot, but regularly.
Yeah.
Because it's a nice drink.
I would say, knowing you personally, either this or Sanford's Devon Red is your go-to option.
Absolutely. The two, I think they complement each other really well. This one just takes the edge off.
Yeah.
Like quite quickly because it is so very strong. Be responsible.
Yeah.
I don't know if
we just say that every episode now.
We do definitely need to say that every episode, but please drink responsibly.
Yeah.
Especially with stuff like this, it is
potent.
really strong.
Yeah.
So if you do want to get smashed out of your head, this is definitely the one to do.
Yeah.
But please don't, because it just makes you an arse at the end of the day. Just chill out a little bit. We're not in a rush. Yeah, it's 2020. What else have we got to do?
Yeah, we're here to enjoy ourselves a bit. We've got time off work, so it's all good.
Yeah, so
have fun.
We'll say we are in the middle of November, raining outside. We can hear the
trickles.
The trickles down the chimney.
That's sleigh bells.
Not quite yet. That's not sleigh bells.
I mean, thank God.
Yeah, that is just water hitting the stove over there.
Yeah.
It's a little bit chilly today.
Yeah. Outside though today.
Yeah.
It was windy but nice.
Yeah. You step outside now and it's definitely got a little bit of a bite in the air. Yeah. That's when it's nice to get inside, get a little fire. Well, obviously, not if you're in the middle of a town centre. Don't have a fire in a town centre. Get next to your radiator.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do.
Curl up with a nice bottle of cider.
Try not to cry. But yeah, I feel like we're going quite nicely with a meal, to be honest.
Yeah, bit of cheese.
Yeah.
Not for me, but
not for you.
A lot of other people will like a bit of cheese. Now, you've nicked a lot of this.
Because I'm enjoying it.
It's good cider.
I was excited thinking that I was going to hate it and I'd have something to rant about, but no, I can. I'm loving it.
Again, it's one of the reasons why I did choose this. It's a great cider. It really is good.
I agree. It's brilliant.
Excuse me. So this is the thing. I think that the Thatcher's one is because it's so gassy.
Yeah.
Is
during the recording of that review, I was burping significantly more than usual.
Yeah, this one there's not that much fizz when you hold this up to the light. But we haven't got candles.
No,
we have got electric lights on the wall. There's not a huge amount of bubbles going out of this one. Which is
I think that's good though. I don't think you want fizz in a cider. You want to be able to taste the fruit to it. You want to be able to taste what's been made and what's been fermented. But I feel like you drink lager cold, but cider at sort of a tiny bit less than room temperature, just so you can taste what's going on with it. It's got a lot more to it.
I think if you start adding stuff, artificial things to such a this sounds so snobby, such a pure product like cider, which really is only apples and water.
It's fermented. It's not just an apple and water. It's not just apple in water. I think there's a lot more.
No, it's not. No, but it's not. Again, good. A good cider is just apple juice.
Yeah.
And when you start adding stuff, it just just takes that away from it.
It takes the heartiness away from it.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't need to add like gas or anything to it.
Also, when you see like different like really fruity flavoured ciders like pomegranate cider or marshmallow cider, I feel like that takes part of the integrity away from it.
Well, we'll come to that in another episode.
And that is an episode I'm going to be excited for.
It is, because there are some weird and wonderful things out there.
Yeah, and who knows, we might really enjoy it, but at the minute, turning into a cider snob.
See, this is starting to take effect. It's strong. It's a strong cider.
As a cider snob in training, I feel like lots of fruit and lots of different flavours takes away the integrity from just apples.
Again, it's a pure product. I don't
Just
know
apples
why.
dipped in water. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know why you'd want to add anything to it. You know, I think there's enough way to get flavours into stuff like this. You know, part of the reason for this one is it's vintage. They do taste a little bit different from normal cider.
Yeah.
Normal cider from fresh cider, but not that different. But you can definitely taste that there's a different flavour going on.
Yeah. I feel like that's a thing that Mr. Henry Weston does quite well. He makes his ciders one thing only, and you know what you're getting, but it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you know what you're getting with Thatcher's, but it might not be the best drink you've ever had.
No, Thatcher's is a good generic. It's like a fight between the two. It's like William Thatcher and Henry Westons are going to go for it.
Yeah,
they're going to. They've both got their pictures on the bottles.
Yeah,
they're both proud families, and rightly so.
That is a fight I would pay to see.
Maybe. Oh, that'd be good. But who's going to win? That's the thing.
Maybe we should sort this event out. We need the money here. Should get this event going.
Right then, we got that's gone down too easy.
Yeah, I've loved it, to be honest.
Good.
We'll get to the ranking system at the end.
We will.
I'm enjoying that one a lot.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. Right then. Well, I'm glad that you like this one. So we got one left, and this is the vintage cider from Sainsbury's.
Yeah, and as it says, I'm really hoping that we're going to taste the difference here.
You know what we haven't done is wash the glasses out.
We haven't.
So he's back. Well done, Jeff. That's a cracking idea. I think we need to remember to do that after everything, everyone.
Yeah. I can think of a few episodes where that's going to come in handy.
Give us your glass then.
I'm also
makes me want to wee.
That's not a thing you should say on a podcast.
But look at the colour difference already. Yeah. The colour difference. This is a lot lighter.
Yeah. It is almost the colour of wheat.
It is. Well, absolutely.
I'm really hoping it's not.
Someone who is hydrated, definitely. Yeah. So now I know something about this that you might not know. But so this is the same year. So 2019 Cheers. Again. Cheers. Oh, God, that's really sweet.
Yeah, that is really sweet. Wow.
That's definitely got...
That's not dry, is it?
We'll leave it alone for a second. There's definitely a caramelly flavour going on in there. Again, this is reminding me... I keep going on about this. About the Mortimer's toffee apple.
Yeah, we need to try that on an episode.
I've got some. It's another episode, so we'll leave that there.
I'm really excited for that. There's a smile on my face just thinking about that.
This is definitely sweeter. It's definitely got that. It's definitely a winter drink.
Yeah, I do see what you mean.
This is perfect for this time of year.
Yeah.
I could imagine being sat around a bonfire.
Yeah.
With
a safely regulated one, not just a random fire.
No, just a random fire.
Just some arson you've done recently.
Maybe if someone throws a firework on it, that's fine.
Yeah, that would do.
Doesn't matter, that kind of bonfire.
Maybe even a maroon,
But this, I can imagine drinking this outside on a nice warm... Oh, you don't like it? That was a shudder.
Oh, I shuddered drinking it. But it's not the strongest one, and that's not.
It's not the strongest one. That's not a thing. It doesn't matter how strong it is. But so I'll read this to you. So this is the label. So this is made by a family-run company.
Okay.
Which is nice. So Sainsbury's has gone out there and they've looked for people who know what they're doing. Yeah. Just a random family.
Yeah.
In Herefordshire.
Oh, another one. Are these all Hereford based?
No, they're not. So Thatcher's Somerset.
Yep. Sorry, my bad.
Weston's in Herefordshire.
Yep.
So they've got over again. I'm reading this directly off the label. This actually does say best served chilled. Okay. This is colder than room temperature because I can feel it in my hand.
Do you want me to go and put the bottle in the fridge?
No. It's cool. It won't do anything. With over 100 years worth of expertise.
Okay. Definitely know what they're doing.
So they say this is a medium dry cider.
Agreed.
Made with fresh apple flavours.
Yeah. Yeah,
definitely. Producer, H. Westons and Sons.
Really?
Yeah. So this is 6.8. This was about £2. So this is made by Westons again.
Yeah. Wow. I saw something about that the other day. It was a cider. And I saw on the back it said produced by H. Weston. I thought,
There we go.
I can't remember what it was. It might have been Mortimer's, but
Well,
I'm not sure.
if you're going to go to
A family that knows
a family-run company that knows how to make cider, then
Mr. Henry Weston's probably
probably the biggest one is probably going to be Weston's, and they really do know what they're doing. I like this. I think this is lovely. Again, it's nice because it's not as strong as the vintage, but it is sweeter.
A lot sweeter.
And you can taste it at the back of your.
That's what I don't like.
That little tang at the back.
I wouldn't even say tang. Tang's good. I'd say tinge for me.
It's like when you lick a battery.
Yeah, a really common thing we all do.
I only did it yesterday. You get that funny, tingly taste it, or not taste, but
you expect
feeling at the back of your. And that's what this is like. I really like this.
I don't really want a minor electric shock from a cider.
Again, you can taste the difference
between
this and the previous one, and it pretty much reads the same as the stuff off the back of the Western stuff. But you know what they've done with this one?
What have they done with it?
They've actually given a serving suggestion. So they've just said serve with a pork pie or traditional ploughman's.
I've never had a ploughman's before.
Well, it's just basically it's a cheese salad.
Pretty much. It's pretty much bread thrown about.
Yeah, they have. So
much. I know what it is.
Again, a little bit. I don't know whether it's this one that's gassy, but no, it's not. This is almost flat. Actually, there's very little.
I think it's the Thatcher's vintage that was the gassy one.
Just definitely getting a repeat. I'm going to top you up a little bit, even though you're not quite as happy.
I feel like I would enjoy this a lot more with a pork pie.
Now we have it's story time, so settle in.
Okay.
There's a pub not too far from here, but it's north of Dartmoor. It's in a small village called Sprayton.
I've never been.
You've never been. It's where Uncle Tom Cobley set off to go to the Widdicombe Fair. Yeah. There's a little bit of folklore there, and there's the pub there. And called Tom Cobley, funny enough, and they do great ciders, which is really, really, really good.
Okay.
And I've sort of lost myself. Oh no, Ploughman's. I remember going there and ordering Ploughman's, and I was absolutely flabbergasted at the size of the amount of cheese that they gave me.
Okay.
It was as big as my fist.
That's a lot of cheese.
It's like going to Sainsbury's, buying a block of cheese,
putting it on a plate and throwing some bread in there.
And yeah, absolutely, and then just putting that whole block of cheese on there. Phenomenal. Best Ploughman's I've ever had, hands down.
Because of the amount of cheese, or
cheese, bread, salad. Yeah. I mean, cheese is enough for me.
Cheese-oid. More cheese. Cheese. Another reference you're gonna have to Google maybe. But
I don't want to go too much into it. I don't even really want to mention it, but I don't eat cheese anymore as such.
Well, you've left it late.
But cheese I really miss.
Yeah, I don't...
Come back, cheese! No, I really love... Cheese is absolutely phenomenal.
Cheese is phenomenal,
a great
especially
product.
With cider.
But yeah, great with cider because the acidity in both, they just cut through each other.
Yeah. I feel like they do complement each other really, really nicely.
Again, this is story time, so I did say settle in.
I'm interested.
Someone told me a long time ago, I've worked in quite a few pubs, and there was an old guy at the bar, big bulbous nose, because he used to love his alcohol. Okay. Used to get hammered pretty much every single day, and unfortunately, alcoholics. I don't even know what it's called, but it does something to their nose. Their nose gets big. You don't tend to see it a lot anymore. Yeah. And people used to see him putting something in his mouth. He used to be a cider drinker, and he used to keep cheese in his pocket.
That's hilarious.
Spoiler alert. There wasn't a refrigerator in his pocket. So he just used to pull his cheese out of his pocket, have a quick nibble on this bit of cheese, put it back in, and get straight back to his cider.
Oh my god. I don't know whether I really admire that or not.
That's hardcore.
That is he's definitely committed.
He's definitely committed. Brown suit. Brown suit.
I'm imagining a man in a brown suit with a massive nose putting melted cheese out of his pocket.
It wasn't melted. It was that old. It was still solid.
Oh, God.
So it's something like a mature cheddar. I mean, it'd have to be pretty mature. Anyway, back to the cider. I like this one. This is really good. I think this is... this sounds so pretentious. A quaffable drink. You could drink this quite easily, really quickly.
What have you become?
I'm ashamed.
Yeah, you should be.
But this is definitely sweeter than the rest of the ones that we've had today. It's not as full of flavour. Definitely not as full of flavour. I know that you're wincing at me over there.
It's just, I don't know what I don't like.
There is something I can get it. I can get why you don't like it. I just think it's although it is a nice flavour, and I like quite like the sweetness of it. It's a bit different from the rest of these. The others weren't different. As sweet as this, and I think that's probably why it's a little bit different.
Yeah,
why it makes it stand out just that little bit more. Considering this has come from the same press as the Westerns.
I mean, Henry, it's not your finest work, I'm afraid, mate. Talking to him like I know him.
It's like he's in the room.
I'm not enjoying it, to be honest.
I think it's going to split us on the scoring, but I would buy this again.
Oh wow!
Yeah, definitely, I would buy this.
That was the point.
You know why? You know why? It's because it isn't as strong. And sometimes it's nice not to get, because with the and we should come to this a little bit later. Remind me, I'll forget.
Okay.
I will forget.
Do I have to write it down for you?
You write it down so I can remember, because
it's
I'm getting on a bit, and I'm now a couple of ciders in. So.
Yeah.
But that's the nice thing. I could drink this and not get as hammered. And I'm again, we've said this already. Please drink responsibly.
Yeah.
This isn't the point of this. This isn't the point of just getting absolutely hammered.
No. I mean,
it's
as much as we like it
to taste different ciders from everywhere.
Have a different experience of different things and to enjoy our quality time together.
A little bit of bonding, No, I really like this. There's definitely a lot going on in there. I like that it's not as fizzy. I like that there is an abundance of flavour in there. Now I'm gonna take a slab and see what else there is going on in there. There is definitely that caramelly apple.
Yeah, I do agree on that front.
That's not quite a summer fruit.
Oh, definitely not. Summer fruit is nice.
No, I meant as in...
yeah, I know what you mean, but...
There is a sweetness there that I don't think... Now, on the back of it, it does say bittersweet. There's not for me, there isn't a hint of bitterness in that.
Not at all.
At all. There is sweet all the way through. Again, I really, really like it. I think it's a cracking cider. You've got to remember, this is a supermarket cider.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't...
A couple of quid for a bottle.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't expecting much, but...
This is nearly a pint. For £2.
Oh, yeah.
I mean...
For £2 a pint.
And this is the damning thing for the hospitality and pub business is, this is £2. You £4.
4 or 5 quid for a pint of
cider. In a pint. This is almost a pint. It's 500ml again.
How much is a pint?
Too much. The pint.
It does seem like quite a lot. Like you wouldn't drink pint after pint of like orange squash.
Absolutely wouldn't. But then you're quite happy to go out and drink a pint of. It's ridiculous.
This vile cider.
This is where the Europeans have got it bang on. Is they serve the majority of their stuff. I think is in 3/4 of a pint, which is brilliant.
I know they do that on the other side of the pond in America. At like festivals and things, they serve in 3/4 of a pint.
Yeah, absolutely bang on. You don't need a pint. It just means you've got to get rid of that, which is pointless because alcohol is a diuretic anyway, so it makes you wee. Yeah. So obviously, the more you drink, the more you wee. You dehydrate quicker. The effect of alcohol. Oh my god, I sound like a.
You do sound like a bit of a pensioner right
now. I'm going off on one, aren't I? I'm going off one. Now I'm liking this because it's. There's some left in there. Just more.
No, what you can have it.
Okay.
I don't
this
want to waste
isn't as strong as the others, so this is the weakest. This is 6.8%.
Really?
So, not a massive difference. But when you look at something like the Thatchers, which is 6.4, and the other Westerns,
which is 8.2, I remember.
8.2, which is a significant jump.
Yeah.
Over. I mean, there's not many, in a pub, you don't get anything really off the tap that, well, is it actually really anywhere near any of these, actually?
No.
But it's definitely not.
I mean, if we can find a pub
8%.
that serves Westerns on tap.
Well, I do know of one.
You do? I didn't think that was a thing.
We're very lucky.
Yeah.
There is the old cider bar down in Newton.
I was unaware of that, to be honest.
Which is phenomenal. So it's an acquired taste. Not everyone likes it. It's pretty.
I wonder how it does sales-wise.
Well, at the moment, I had a walk out earlier. Pub's closed, which is a shame.
It is a shame seeing people's businesses not thriving.
It is. We're in the middle of COVID, and it's not a great place, and I feel
Hopefully
really
getting
sorry.
towards the end soon, though.
But you know what? If there's a good advert to get out there, try some new things. This is it.
Yeah.
Get out there, get into your pub. You don't have to get pissed. You really don't.
No.
Go and have a pint. Speak to your landlord if he wants to talk to you.
And if he doesn't, don't
just hang around at the corner.
Yeah.
Eat your cheese.
Yeah. Straight out of the pocket, of course.
And socialise with people.
Yeah. Have a good time. Have a conversation with someone you might not necessarily talk to.
Absolutely.
Have a nice
This is your task.
No. Your homework for today.
This is your homework for today.
An online school lesson. But yeah, I do see where you're coming from. I feel like when we are allowed back into pubs, try something a bit different.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't.
If there's one message you take away from this episode, try something different.
We are trying the different things.
Yeah.
For
as
you
I said earlier,
to try make your own mind up. It's not just what we say. In fact, that almost makes this irrelevant. But all we're doing is just trying these different things, giving you a quick pointer to what to try and have a look at.
Giving you our unwanted opinion.
Absolutely.
And I said before we started this episode, I've never tried any of these ciders in my life, and I found one that I really do enjoy. I found one that I don't really enjoy that much. But that's not the point. Okay. That's what life's about. It's about.
Well, then we should go straight into scoring.
Yeah, do you want to go straight into it? I'm happy to do that.
So you've broken the seal. Sorry, dear listener. I had to put that out there. He's a little bit merry. As you said, it's that time of year.
It's sort of allowed. I hate that excuse.
It is. It's getting towards. Shall I say it?
Go on.
Christmas.
Oh God.
It is getting towards. You can be merry and gay. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
It's not a problem. It's always good to be merry.
Yes.
And I'm going to blame Henry.
I'm going to blame Henry as well. And maybe a little bit of William.
Yes, definitely old Willie.
Yep.
They're both strong fellas.
They're both. Yep.
So we need to get into scoring.
Yes.
And if you haven't ever listened to this before, what are you doing? We've got a little scoring system.
And I'll explain it because I am the resident score master.
Well, I was going to do it.
You can do it. I'll let you do it.
Oh God, he's
scoring system's folding.
Fell out of everywhere. Yeah. Jesus Christ, what's going on with you, Jeff? Yeah. You just can't handle it, can you? So we've got the Cider Insider scoring system. Just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. Created by yours truly.
Absolutely. So we've got So-So, which is we've got quite a few contenders in So-So so far.
We say this every week. We feel like we're going to have to add another tier one day.
Maybe
even today.
I don't want tears in my eyes.
No, neither do I. Don't worry. I don't want to ever see you crying. But
so we've got So-So.
That's okay.
That's okay.
That's fine.
It's So-So.
It's nice.
Pretty. It's nice. Pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
I'm waving my arms everywhere.
Yes.
You can tell. Maybe I'm a little bit tipsy, but
you're definitely a little bit tipsy.
Oh, I can tell you what, that Henry fella, he's got a lot to answer for. And then we've got Lush.
Lush is good.
Which is good, if it was a medal,
it'd be
silver.
Okay. And So-So
Bronze.
Maybe bronze.
Yeah, no one really goes out there and says, yes, I got a bronze.
A bronze. Finally, I've come
But
third.
silver, that's not too bad.
Silver's it's adequate.
First loser. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
So we've got, again, we've had some really good ones in there. A couple of my favourites in there. We've got Sanford Devon Scrumpy, which is good.
Big fan.
Asda Premium. I said the Asda word.
Yeah.
Little
rival of today's episode.
We've got the Henry Weston's Cloudy Vintage.
Yeah. Wasn't as nice as today's, I'd say.
Ooh, well, we'll come to that.
We'll get to that.
We've only got one contender so far in Gertnash.
Which is the creme de la creme, the nectar of cider.
This is the Scully Golden Delicious.
And it was golden, and it was definitely delicious.
Which I'm pretty sure I spoke to you in the week, and you said, oh, I need some cider. I really want the Golden Delicious one again.
Yeah.
We'll get some. We'll get some more. It's really good.
I also sent you a message midweek of me eating a Granny Smith apple, saying this apple tastes like
cider.
It tastes like Granny Smith cider. It's weird.
They did. Laura and Carol, still brilliant. Anyway, so
we love you deeply.
We'll start off with the first one. We had the Thatcher's Vintage. So where do you reckon you put that?
Am I ranking all of them today?
Well, you can go first.
Thatcher's Vintage. It was nice, but it didn't do enough for me to warrant it being Gertnash.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't bad enough to be so-so. Some would say I'm going to put it in Lush.
Okay, too fizzy for me.
It was a little fizzy, but I think that's fine.
I didn't think it tasted like Thatcher's, which is not a bad thing.
No.
I didn't think it was a standout of the other two.
Really?
I'm going to say so-so.
Wow.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if I'd buy it again. I'd recommend it if someone wanted to try a vintage cider. It's okay.
Yeah. It's not
but
the best vintage cider.
Isn't definitely go for it.
No.
You know?
It's so-so.
It's so-so. So hence why it's so-so.
Yeah. And I'm going to agree with you.
Okay. So you've changed it to so.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
Just because it didn't do enough for me to warrant it being amazing. It was good, but it wasn't...
I don't know why I've circled my little one that I put in there. I didn't even have to. I didn't even have to put a number in the box. I could have just written the word.
No.
In fact, I'm going to turn that one into a star. This is how rudimentary we are. We're writing this stuff down.
I mean, I'm usually the resident scorer here, and it's infuriating me how poorly you're doing it. But we'll let it slide for now, and we'll go with it. You're still
2000.
Still trying to work out how to spell vintage.
And 19. No. Just making sure I get the year right.
Yeah.
Well, we had the Henry Weston's vintage same year, 2019.
2019. A great year in many aspects.
It's definitely better than 2020.
Of course.
Although I do like the symmetry of 2020.
Yeah.
Anyway, I really like this. I buy this regularly because it's good. Because I don't want to drink crap at the end of the day.
Yeah. Why would you want it? That's just ridiculous, paying for something you know you're not going to like.
Absolutely. It's affordable. You know, I say it's under £2 for a bottle.
It's affordable.
Tastes good.
It's good, and it just makes you feel quite happy.
Absolutely, it definitely takes.
Maybe that is the volume of alcohol, but it makes you feel quite good.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying that.
I see. It's really hard.
I know what you're trying to pick between.
I don't think it's as good as the Golden Delicious Scottish one. But I think it's better than Lush because I keep buying it. So I want to put it in Gertnash.
Are you going to ask me for confirmation?
No. I'm going to ask you for what you think.
I think you're completely right. I think it's affordable, it's marvellous, and it does a lot for me. It's making me feel good.
Good.
It's very alcoholic, very strong.
It's our second Gertnash.
It is, of the series.
That's good. That's good.
It means we're finding things we enjoy.
Absolutely, and that is again the whole point of this is enjoying it.
Enjoying it, have a good time with your mates, but drinking responsibly and just trying and tasting and see what tickles your fancy. And this did that.
I've actually spelt this wrong.
You've spelled vintage wrong. Oh God.
Yeah, well.
This is how professional we are.
Yeah, that's brilliant. But no, well done, Henry. Great cider. And you know what? He's made another cider.
He's made more than one bottle
and he's made it for Sainsbury's.
Oh, he's sold out.
So what do you think to the English vintage cider?
Oh, it's grrr. It's not for me. I don't like it. It's not fun. It's not making me feel good. It's making me feel angry. And it's not Stella, so it's not good. I don't like it. It doesn't do a lot for me.
Didn't like the flavour?
No, it made me wince. It made me shudder.
It did make you shudder. I was a witness to the shuddering.
And I think the second ever mouthful I'd taken of it, I looked at you and went...
and you didn't like it enough to have more.
No,
and you've actually let me have more of it. So where are you going to score it?
Right. Me and Sainsbury's, we get on well. We're not enemies yet. I think it's very, very harsh.
Take the name out of it.
Okay.
Did you like the taste of it?
Not exactly.
Okay. Well, that is the big thing about drinking something.
I think it's very unfair to give it another category that is poor. I think that's very unfair on it, because there's definitely things that I've had that are worse than that. But I didn't like it.
Water.
Bleach, I mean.
Rusty water.
But...
Bleach water.
There are definitely things worse. But I didn't enjoy it.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say it was about a 4.
Okay.
I didn't enjoy it. It didn't make me feel good. It just
that's not a lush.
It's definitely not a lush.
So it's in a so-so.
It's a bottom so-so.
Bottom so-so. Bottom.
Yeah.
So that is the Sainsbury.
You can tell we did well in school. Sainsbury's vintage.
I will put H Westerns. So remember that.
Henry, it's not your finest work. You've done a lot better on your own stuff, which is fair enough.
I'm going to give it a so-so, although I really, really enjoyed drinking it. Really easy to drink.
Yeah.
Definitely a robust flavour there. There's a lot going on.
But is it enough for you? Does it make you feel like you want to have more of it?
You know what? You could drink quite a few of those and you'd be all right.
But you wouldn't enjoy it, would you? You'd feel like...
I like that.
You'd feel like you need to resort to picking cheese out your pocket.
I liked it. I think it was really nice. Standing up against the other two, I think it was better than the Thatchers.
No, I don't agree at all.
That's okay, it's fine.
No, I'm getting angry.
Calm down there, Jeff. Calm down.
But
I don't think it was as good as the Thatchers. Nowhere near the Western. The other Westerns is leaps and bounds better.
Yeah.
But then, if you're going to sell a product to compete with your own, why would you sell something that's better?
Yeah.
It's going to get so-so. I would drink it again. I'm not overly bothered. I wouldn't go out there and go and buy it, but I would drink it again.
It says you can taste the difference, and you can definitely taste the difference. And the difference is, it's not very nice. I'm sorry, Sainsbury's, but it's not doing a lot for me.
Don't let that put you off. It tastes okay. If you like that sweet flavour, then go for it. For me, I'm not a great fan of sweet cider anyway. But out of the three, I would prefer that out of the Thatchers. I think it's better than I think it's better than the Thatchers.
So you're saying that Thatchers is the worst we've had today?
Yes.
Or the one you like the least?
Yes. Definitely the one I like the least.
So in third place you're putting Thatchers, in second you're putting Sainsbury's, and in first you're putting Mr. Henry Weston.
Absolutely. I mean, look at it. It stands proud even in the bottle. Look at it.
I mean, look at the face he's giving you.
Yeah, the bottle stands head and shoulders over the rest of them for the Westerns.
I think in terms of rivalries between supermarkets, I'm sorry, mate, but Asda is leaps and bounds ahead of you.
Yeah, it's not an Asda at all.
It's not quite Asda.
And that's why it's in so-so. So I've put it in so-so. Yeah.
I do agree in so-so, but I'd say it's a low so-so. So, for example, I would say, I'm sorry, but I think it's one of the worst we've had.
Really?
In my personal opinion, I would say it's worse than Hogan's PT Dry.
Okay.
And I didn't like that very much.
Yeah, that was definitely an acquired taste.
Yeah, I'd say that's... I'm sorry, but it's probably one of the worst we've had so far.
I think it was watered down compared to... I think it actually going back to that Hogan's one. I think that was definitely again a rounder flavour, caramelly flavour. I think it's a watered down version of that.
the English
Yeah.
vintage.
Yeah.
I do agree. I think it's a worse version. I think Hogan's beats it. I think that's probably. It's not the worst I've ever had. I'm not saying that it's terrible. I'm just saying.
Well, you shuddered and you haven't shuddered on very many.
No, I'm just saying it's the one that I've liked the least that we've had so far in this series.
Well, there we go.
I'm saying the worst. I feel bad saying it the worst because it's not that bad.
Isn't it funny though how the same producer
could make something worse
really good
and not doing it?
and then
Is that a business strategy or is that just a
again you wouldn't give your best out to a supermarket
unless they're paying you loads of money.
Absolutely. Maybe it's the juice that they scraped off the floor. But you know what, Henry Weston's, you've done really well today. I think it's absolutely amazing.
You've
Love
done us
Weston's.
proud.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'd say that's one of the better ciders I've had in my lifetime.
Good. Well,
As we put it into Gertlash.
that's it. We've had our second Gertlash
Of
the series, which is brilliant. So,
and I'm excited
yeah, well
to
done.
find more potentially.
Absolutely. Well, let's look forward to the next episode.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.
See ya.